But as far as the Cavaliers are concerned, we haven't had a chance to speak with you since the video came out of J.R. Smith drifting over to the Bucks bench and hugging it out with Jason Terry while Tony Snell goes in for the dunk behind him as play continues. I know that Tyronn Lue took some time to speak with JR about some of the complacency issues on that Cavaliers team. So what are your concerns about the Cavaliers here in this regular season? Not counting tonight's game, of course, and these kind of challenges are rare during the course of the regular season for the Cavaliers. Do you think this might be a concern for the rest of the regular season into the playoffs?
I think a big challenge for Ty Lue when it comes to the Cavs in the regular season is a similar challenge that Steve Kerr faces with the Warriors. They're going to get bored a little bit, and keeping guys focused is going to be difficult at times. And that is the ultimate loss of focus. Now, I like that Ty Lue not only addressed it privately with JR, but addressed it publicly. J.R. Smith was embarrassed, and his head coach doubled down on the embarrassment. You know what? He should be embarrassed, because here's the other thing. J.R. Smith, he came to camp late because of his contract. He has absolutely stunk this season. And although the Cavs have been terrific, with him stinking, he has not played well. And the thing is, again, it's a team game. He's kind of rode the wave with the team, but JR needs much better focus as an individual player. As far as this applying to the Cavs on a whole, I'm not terribly concerned. Listen, the Cavs here, they're entitled to a mulligan. You know, they didn't play great on Sunday against the Sixers, but they still managed to win the game, which is fine. They had a mulligan here against Milwaukee, but tonight's important. Tonight's important. They come out with a lot of focus and a lot of effort. And I don't think Ty Lue's as concerned about his team on a whole. He has LeBron James leading the way there, and he knows James will have these guys focused in the way they need to be. And it's a wonderful asset, not only in terms of on the court, quite obviously, but from a leadership standpoint, to have James in your locker room. I think Ty Lue's much larger concern is getting J.R. Smith to fly right. It's not like J.R. Smith doesn't have a history of kind of floating off the rails at times and not being a focused basketball player and really being a guy that doesn't take the game as seriously as he should. So I think Lue has handled this 100% correct up and down the line, but I wouldn't be overly worried about the Cavaliers based upon this Smith incident.
By the way,
glad he kept his shirt on, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Good call.
By the way, I saw the numbers. What is he, 3 for his last 29 from the floor? J.R. Smith?
Yeah, he is.
Brutal.
And he doesn't stop taking threes.
He's got
and
his ring. What else does he need to do?
That's the problem. I think that's the problem, right?
This is what you're going to get. You had it in New York. I don't understand what everyone's so shocked. This is who he is.
It's who he can be. Here's the problem with him is this, Alexa, is you see him at certain points in time, like in last year's finals, where he didn't necessarily shoot the ball great. He defended really well. He broke down guys off the dribble when the opportunities were there. He moved the ball and played within a team concept. You know, J.R. Smith is the classic Jekyll Hyde player. Okay, it's good J.R., it's bad J.R. For the Cavs, this is a little surprising right now for them because in a year and a half, they've never gotten bad J.R. They have bad JR right now, and they have to figure out a way to turn them around. The good news is the calendar. It's December 1st. JR can go on like this all year, and Cleveland's going to still be a 1 seed and be in perfect position when the playoffs start. They have to make sure they have him focused and, more importantly, in shape and condition. When JR goes on these types of shooting slumps, a lot of times it has to do with his conditioning, and I point to what I said earlier. A late entrance to training camp for JR, I think, is affected him conditioning-wise, which is hurting his play on the floor.